What's up, Alpha Strikers? Welcome back to the set review for the Avengers Defenders War Uncommons. We're going to jump right into this. We have the Uncommon Crazy Cape Doctor Strange. He is number 19 in the set, Defenders Mystical. Real name, Stephen Strange. He has shifting focus. We'll go ahead and cover this once for the video.
Okay.
Give Doctor Strange a free action if he began your turn on the map. Replace him with another character with this trait on the same click number. He also has another trait called Defenders Together. Once per turn, for all characters with this trait, if a character uses the Defender's ability to replace its defense value with Doctor Strange's, reduce the damage dealt by an additional 1 if they have the Defender's keyword. This is amazing. You are essentially adding a toughness to your defender's characters while sharing the defense. Now, it is specific to defender's keyword. You cannot wildcard the defender's TA and then get this. You have to have the keyword.
Lame.
So I know. Watch out for that, guys. That seems really, really powerful with wildcards. I'm pretty sure they didn't want Uncommon to have that kind of power. He also has a really cool defense power. His whole dial. This is what I call defender, like defend Strange. He has Doctor Strange can use defense, so he is still passing out his 18 defense usually to everyone on your team, regardless of keywords or team ability. And says if an adjacent character takes damage from an attack, after it resolves, you may heal that character of 1 damage. If you do, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 through 3, you deal 1 unrollable damage by it to Doctor Strange. So basically, he's taking a damage for you if you roll badly. Otherwise, you just heal 1.
So I just put together in my mind this Doctor Strange, the Jessica Jones from the Fast Forces, and Healing Deadpool Prime. Just stand them all together. Go ahead. Hit me. Hit me. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it.
So my initial thought, same as his, like, you play the common one first, move your whole team up, flip over to this one, and now you're defending 18 to your whole friends and have the defender's TA.
And you're healing.
And you're healing. It's like, do you really want to attack my characters? Does it seem worth it to you? You have 3 damage, I heal 1 back used to. I had toughness too, for whatever. You dealt 1 damage altogether, and now you're within range of me to have my whole defender's team come after you.
And you just need somebody to support Strange as he's burning through his dial.
And it's only a 1 through 3, so if you roll high, a 50 shot of not taking damage, that's not bad. And he has an 18 defense the entire dial with it, well, not in dom, but has sidestep and 1 damage. So this is not your attacking Strange at all. He is literally priced at 50 points to be this 18 defend character.
But it's the shifting focus. You can switch out into one of the other Stranges that you need. So.
Yeah, if you feel like you're getting like obliterated, you can go back to the common one and just run away. So that's Doctor Strange and his role. Great figure, with or without shifting focus in your sealed pool.
All right. Number 20, Daredevil. Keyword, martial artist. Matt Murdock. For 30 points. You know, this is a really economical Daredevil, but I'm going to say it, very uninspired. I mean, I could go, 20 points more for the common one and get so much more bang for my buck. He's got 4 clicks, starts with sidestep, drops into leap climb, super sense his whole dial, and close combat expert his whole dial. So you're looking to carry him in there, sidestep him over. I mean, I really wish, traded combat reflexes at least. I mean...
Stealth? Maybe?
I think I could live without stealth, but I mean, I'm going to come up and base you and hope you don't kill me in 1 shot for 4 damage so I can turn around and punch you for 12 and 2 or 10 and 4. The only thing saving me is super senses. I've got nothing else for 30 points. I really think this is just going to be fed to your opponent no matter what you do.
In the current rules, Precision Strike does severely nerf this Daredevil. New rules where versus 1, he still gets to roll out for the 6, but even still, I just don't think there's enough there. And I know it's the Golden Age Daredevil. I'm pretty sure it is with the yellow red suit. I could be wrong. 95% sure that was the whole intent there, was he was the Golden Age version of Daredevil.
I know. I like the simplicity of it. This is a really good character for a new player to learn how to use and get proficient with close combat and handling those close quarters things, and just pairing together a sidestep and close combat expert and showing what it's like to really depend on super senses to stay alive. Good examples. I mean, this is a training figure. As far as competitive play, I'm sorry, there's better versions of Daredevil.
ID card Colin, not even.
I'm not even
30
that.
points. I don't see me doing it.
No way.
All right. This next piece, however, this Hulk for 75 points has Indom. 2 traits. First one, this one's kind of wordy, so we'll get right through it. Leave Hulk alone. At the beginning of your turn, if Hulk was targeted with an attack since your last turn, place an anger token on his card. If Hulk wasn't targeted with an attack since your last turn, remove one. So you're kind of playing a little mini token game with this figure. Was he attacked? Yes, token. Was he not? Take one off. After placing or removing anger tokens, if Hulk has 5 anger tokens or more, he is immediately KO'd. So this is his biggest weakness. If he is pestered by a whole team of people, he will just die. Now, it is only 1 per turn. Since we attacked 5 turns in a row. But with the way the game's going, there's enough figures on the map to just say, poke, poke, poke.
I'm just seeing characters like Swarm and Squirrel Girl, bees and squirrels taking out the Hulk. Because every turn, you're just like, I push, and they burn off. I attacked you, take another token. Oh, look, here comes another squirrel. It attacks you. Take another token. Oh, I shot you. Made a bee. Next turn, here's a bee.
I know. It's even the squirrels from Squirrel Girl can just pester him. It's really kind of funny.
Penguins.
But there is a reason why he has this trait. Okay. You guys see the dial there. He does have traded super strength. Look at those stats. Starting off, 7 sidestep. He's not very fast. He's kind of a more peaceful Hulk. He's sauntering around. Very powerful. Has 17 defenses with invincible the first 3 clicks, and then 4 damage the entire dial. If this thing hits you, you're not going to feel very well after. The last 5 clicks, yeah, the 6-click line dial all has Battle Fury, so shape change isn't a problem. He can't be carried, obviously. And his last clicks have Charge, Steal Energy, 18 defenses with Impervious, and still at 4 damage. This Hulk has 1 derogative. Kill you if you're too close.
Prerogative.
Whatever. Prerogative. I can't use words. I'm not paid to use words correctly.
You're not paid.
Shut up. Anyways, guys, for 75 points, I would Hulk I discarded for whatever. 10-4 for 5 points? Sure. Go ahead and try and kill him. He's invincible. Whatever. What do you got?
All right. Hawkeye, number 22, Avengers. Real name, Clint Barton. Quiver full of tricks. Now, keep in mind, this is another Hawkeye that we've got in the set who doesn't shifting focus, and we don't know why.
It's because he actually has it covered with this trait right here.
He begins the game with 5 trick arrow tokens on his card. Once per turn, you may remove a trick arrow from this card to choose one of the following powers for Hawkeye to be able to use this turn. Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, or Incap. Starts with Run Shot, and that special power for 3 clicks drops into Sidestep and Range Combat Expert is Whole Dial for 55 points. 6 range, 2 bolts.
Wait, power?
Yeah, it's not a trade.
Oh, it's a power.
Sorry, buddy.
He loses those tricks if he isn't fast enough.
Yep, so just start burning them because they're not going to be around for very long. Does have 55, does have the Avengers team ability, so his movements will not count toward the action pool. 2 bolts, 6 range. Use that energy explosion after it changes.
It will be the same.
End cap with 2 bolts. I have to say, for being what he is, I wouldn't have thought very much of him. But, for 55 points, he's packing a punch.
And he's an ID card, so you can actually be a cheaper version of the Green Arrows that have that kind of thing.
Yep. Mystique can call him in too. I'm going to keep coming back to that. It's just too good.
Alright. Next up we have number 23, the other Wasp, Avengers Celebrity, Janet Van Dyne. Time for a costume change.
Again.
Shifting focus.
Shifting focus. That's all it is.
We'll move on. She has the I can't say words. Damage power called a natural leader. Wasp can use leadership as if she were 100 points. When she doesn't just succeeds 5 through 6. Add 2 actions to your action total instead of just 1. Now, I'm going to imagine post errata, she'll have the 1 guaranteed. If you nail it, you get the extra 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I could see her being changed. The 100 points thing, kind of irrelevant. The Avengers would most likely play her with, but if you have other characters, she is only 40 points. Now you'll be able to leadership anyone 100 less. And with the game changing, there's a lot of figures.
So I'm going to have to disagree. I don't think they're going to change your leadership at all. I think it's just a more potent leadership. When you succeed, you get 2 actions. Being able to leadership at 100 points, with all the low-range figures we have now, she's going to be your go-to leadership for the future, because when most people are getting leadership, they get the unique modifier, get an additional action. She's going to give you 2 every time she does that. And you can play her with any group of people who are lower point totals or lower than 100 points, and she's going to operate as a leader for those people. It's going to be amazing.
And if you guys see her dial there, and you probably are right, she's actually not a bad attacker. She has sidestep, pen side for 2 damage, with 18 defense, ESD, tiny.
Yep.
So we're looking at a 21 in hindering?
Yep.
Or just because she's little?
Yeah. Just because she's little. Don't even need the hindering.
Yeah, you're maxed out with just being tiny. So she can just stand out there wherever she wants. Leadership, pew pew, you all day.
Being able to switch over to the other one with the end cap.
And then late down, you see she has running shot with 9 attack and 1 damage pen size. She's doing the penetrating damage. I kind of wish they gave her precision strike there to show her going to get weaker. But hey, I will never take no pen size.
Never. All right. Vision number 24. This is the other half of the shifting focus. Keywords Avengers Robot. Real name, none. He just straightforward dial. Flight. Phasing teleport drops into sidestep. Pen size, 6 range for 2 clicks. 19 defense super senses. So that's a 20 in hindering. He also has Indom, so he can make it as a taxi. As he gets late dial with that sidestep, he goes into range combat expert. I love seeing sidestep and range combat expert. It's Diet Coke running shot with extra damage.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. I'm a turret, but I can move a little bit.
I can position.
And you can decide whether you need that 3 or if you can just ping somebody really, well for 1 with that 12 and 1. Being able to switch back and forth for 50 points, amazing vision.
And he carries, too, through walls.
Yeah.
So if you want to be this one first and then flip the density for bigger defense, you have that option.
And the Avengers TA doesn't count towards your action totals.
Ooh, that's very powerful, too. See, I'm going to inject a little bit here. I am digging the high defense with no reducers. I love that. Like a Super Senses 19, I feel I can be okay running a Super Senses figure and not die right away.
People are going to take that chance. They're like, I can hit a 19. Oh, Super Sensed. Guess you wasted that.
Yeah. I do like that little trend there. Alright. So next up we have the uncommon swordsman. He has the Avengers keyword. His name is...
Jacques Duquesne.
Thank you. Yep, Jacques, there you go. He has, I love this trait he has, by the way. Parry. When swordsman or a different character would be hit by an opposing character that can use Blades, Claws, Fangs, roll 2d6. If your result is equal to or higher than the attack roll, the attack is evaded. He basically has a challenge super senses, where it's...
That's just like Merlin from Joker's
Yes.
Wild, but this is close attacks
attacks.
instead of ranged. Ooh.
Yes.
We saw that work, too.
Now, it is stuck to Blades Claws, unfortunately.
Oh,
whereas
it has
one
to
of
be
them is just a
Blades.
ranged attack, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But still, you think about how many Blades Claws there's out there these days? All the Wolverines, the Deadpools, the... whatever.
Yeah.
There's tons of it out there.
All the animals, all the monsters.
Black Panthers usually have it.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a great card, ID card, actually, Swordsman is.
Yep.
For that reason.
Convention exclusive.
Yep, 40 points. Now, his dial's pretty, okay, at first, why so many ones? But you see he has
Blades.
sidestep with Blades, 11 attack with Willpower. I'm okay with him with Willpower. He doesn't seem like he has a suit that would absorb damage. He's very agile to move out of the way. But if he's going on Blades action there, he's not going to fight you with it and say, hey, parry, and evade. So that seems very, very adept to the character. Cool figure. Late die has just a charge with reflexes, so he's a little more on guard, kind of a feel to him. And then last style, once again, has sidestep, blaze, 10 attack. He never has below a 10 attack, 16 reflexes, and 1 damage exploit. That's his death scream. He's getting some penetrating damage through.
Number 26, Black Widow. Avengers Spy ignores elevated and hindering. Now, don't look twice, because if you pull the rare one, it's going to look very similar. But in this case, she just gets the trait of stealth, and then she gets running shot with 11 tech, in-cap willpower, 4 range, 2 bolts, drops into sidestep, combat reflexes, and close combat expert. Paired with that trait of stealth, I love it. Absolutely love it. Being able to ignore elevated and hindering for movement purposes. And Avengers T8, 50 points. This Black Widow, another go-to. Another ID card as well.
He doesn't have that staple shape change she usually has, but hey.
Hey, I've got stealth. And I'm able to move around quite a bit, and it gets down into the low end. I've got stealth and combat reflexes. I'm looking at 19.
2-bolt in cap?
2-bolt in cap. Start off.
That's not bad for a Colin either.
Yeah, I mean, now my one objection to this, and it's just a totally fickle thing on my part. The uncommon, which has a green tag, has running shot, which is a silver power. The rare, which has a silver tag, has charge, which is a green power.
But another trait, though. Another trait.
Grr. Just grr.
Your OCD kind of hurts there with that
All right.
color tab thing. All right, next up, we have the great, the amazing Karen Page.
Ooh,
Marvel Knights celebrity. Her name is Karen Page. She is 20 points. Speed power on the first click of her dial of 3 clicks long. She can use sidestep and then unique modifier. If she is within 3 squares of an opposing character, all friendly characters modify their attack values by +1. This power is, of course, called Always Into Trouble, but my friends are always there to bail me out. This figure is literally telling you to throw it up to your opponents as lamb for slaughter to get +1 to your attacks. And she has super senses at 15.
Yeah, because, she's normal and she knows how to dodge bullets like Spider-Man. Go figure. I mean, if I guess you're in trouble that often, you get used to it.
I would have expected shape change instead, at the very least. She could just put a disguise on her, change her hair or something. This is more like what a girl can do.
I'm actually a helpless individual. Don't hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. That made a little bit more thematic than got lucky again. Super senses.
My superpower, luck.
Now that's Domino.
That's Domino in long shot. I know.
And or Black Cat has that too.
Yep.
Good luck. All right, and then on her last 2 looks, she does have sidestep with 15s, 14s, and perplex. This is a cheap perplex if you don't feel like throwing her out there to be just killed.
Hey, you throw her out there, you get +1 attack and the perplex. Why give up both?
No, only on the first click. You shift over to the perplex. It's one or the other.
Never mind.
I know. She's I don't know how to play her. I mean, the Marvel Knights keyword's nice, I suppose.
Filler.
Daredevil filler action.
There you go. Number 28, Ben Urich, Spider-Man Family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little out there. Reporter. Real name, Ben Urich. The world needs to know that you are the one behind all this. And I love that picture because he's got that little pointy finger. He's like, the world needs to know that you are the one behind all this. This trait says, at the beginning of your turn, you may choose an opposing character within 4 squares and line of fire. Until your next turn, that character can't use Mastermind or Shape Change. Uh-oh.
So this is the piece they made to counter the Throne people. Like Black Panther.
And Joker.
And Kingpin, who all have that Mastermind.
He's like, no.
No. Now, granted, you have to be within 4 squares at the beginning of your turn and have line of fire. So if they have stealth, ugh.
10 points, get him out there and hope to keep him alive before I shoot him to death because he's an annoyance and he's stopping my Mastermind.
Yep, and shape change.
Thanks for the 10 points. I'm just going to say that now.
I like they're making people who were pogs into figures. I get that they're real people. So they don't have the same stats and or powers that superheroes would have, but they just they seem like you wouldn't want to spend the points to play them. I kind of wish the game was Pogs on characters. Like, Karen Page should have come on the back of a Daredevil card.
Just throw it out there, yeah.
Yeah, power action to do it. Sure. 0 points. Or even score 5 points off of it. I don't care.
I don't know. For his values, I would have asked for 5 points on this guy. 8 attacks, 7 ones, 16, 15. This looks like something from the golden age of Heroclix back in RAVs. I mean, well, he'd probably be a god in that age.
His dial is much shorter than theirs, Mike. I think he's still dying.
But he's got an 8 attack.
I didn't see those days, so it could have been lower back then, I guess. Alright, so next up we have number 29, the Black Panther. The Marvel Knights, Wakanda, and Warrior keywords, T'Challa. Has the Marvel Knights keyword? Have we covered it this video?
Marvel Knights, I think we did. No, I don't have one. You don't have one? Do you have one?
No.
Alright, run the Marvel Knights.
Read it through one more time here for this video. I can't remember if we did or not. At the beginning of the game, for all characters with this trait, choose one. Characters using this trait have a minimum attack of 10, or characters using this trait are wild cards. So basically you have a base 10 the entire time, and wild cards. Now, I want to make a quick note on this. This means if you choose 10 attack minimum, they cannot push you down below that to 9.
Yep.
You are stuck at a staple 10, which I like a lot. That's very powerful. He also has traded super senses and leap climb. Look at the dial up there. It's pretty solid for 50 points. He does have stealth with outwit, so he's kind of that common one's first power with the 18 defense toughness and 3 damage. Down dial gets knocked down to toughness and then close combat expert. And then back down even further to sidestep, persistent strike, and reflexes at 2 damage. So, I like this one. I wish he had a little bit more movement attack early, but that's just me. Honestly, the 4 range is great. He's just throwing this little claw thing he does, and he does have outwit. So, stealth is a thing he does have. So he's just moving bush to bush to bush to bush, outwitting for your friends, and then shooting them if he has the range for it. That's his role on Marvel Knights, well equated to your team.
Number 30, Punisher, Marvel Knights Soldier, shifting focus. So this is the one that shifts into Bazooka Joe from the commons. Also has the Marvel Knights trait, so we just covered that. And then his special attack power he gets his whole dial is, so I guess it's going to be the up close and personal route. He can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. When he does, the result of his D6, or if the result of his D6 is less than 3, you may instead deal 1 penetrating damage. Just so happens he's got a printed 3 his whole dial, so.
So, how will that change? It won't change with the new blades.
It will, because your minimum is going to be your printed -1, so I can do 2, but if you've got Invuln or Invincible or Impervious, I can say 1 penetrating.
Because you can kick it to either or, if it's below 3.
Yeah, if it's below 3, so, I mean,
yeah.
It's going to be 1 any way you look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
But he's got stealth and then combat reflexes to start, Indom with the toughness. So this is the one that you're going to move him up into position, get him in stealth, beginning your turn, switch over to Bazooka Joe, and launch a missile at somebody and hope that they didn't see it coming.
Right.
Because it's going to sting a lot.
Alright, next figure, number 31, Zeron. Batrock's Brigade, Martial Artist. This is the first member of Batrock's Brigade we've seen. Pretty cool.
I thought Swordsman was part of the Batrock Brigade. Maybe it didn't have the keyword, but I thought he was part of the brigade.
No, that was the Avengers one.
No.
Alright, his name is Maximilian Zeron. He has 1 trait and 1 power. This style is very basic, as you can see there. Weapon Master. Zeron can use Close Combat Expert and Range Combat Expert.
Nice. Always liked that.
So he is definitely a master of tactician powers. He's only 3 range, unfortunately, with that Range Combat Expert.
Yeah, you know,
30,
that close.
30 points. Does have sights up the entire dial with 7 speed, 6 speed. 10s and 2s for attack and damages the entire dial. And then 17, 16s naked. No defense powers.
10 and 4, 12 and 2.
Yeah, honestly, even 11-3 with those powers isn't bad. I just wish he had maybe 2 more range combat expert, but I feel he's probably just
Well,
throwing.
that's the sidestep. You sidestep first, then range combat expert. That's
Yeah.
5 range.
Yeah, that's what you're getting out of him for sure. That's all I got.
That's all you got on him.
Move on.
Number 32, Wakabi. Wakanda warrior, real name Wakabi. As my king commands, when an adjacent friendly character named Black Panther makes a close attack, after action is resolved, Wakabi may make a close attack.
Oh, that's cool. So you get a pair attack against something. That's really cool.
You could have 2 of them standing there and just be like, poke, poke, poke.
Hey, it's not unique, huh?
He is not unique. Honored Advisor. He can use Toughness, unique modifier, when friendly characters with a Wakanda keyword modify their defense values by +1. Friendly characters. Wow. All he has to do is be on the board. Unique modifier. You put Wakabi on the board, and anybody with a Wakanda keyword +1 to their defense. Just for him being on the board. They don't have to be adjacent.
Wow.
It is a unique modifier, so playing more than one is just to
wouldn't matter there.
pair him with the Black Panther. But
Yeah.
wow, running shot, 4 range, special defensive power. That's the honored warrior with unique modifier. First 3 clicks alternates to leap, climb, back to running shot, leap, climb, leap, climb. Combat reflexes within power. For 60 points, I think he's a little high costed for a support guy to help my Black Panther and my Wakandans, but.
I mean, if you really feel the gumption to play a Wakanda team, because that keyword's brand new to the set, by the way, guys, that's not terrible. And most of the Black Panthers in the set are under 85 points. The chair is the most expensive one.
He's 65, I thought.
65?
Yep.
It's the highest point one in the set. Wow.
And he's 75 if you go with the Man Without Fear.
Who isn't actually Black Panther, though.
It doesn't say it has to be named Black Panther, it just has to have the Wakanda keyword.
For the
bonus to defense.
Oh, but the other thing, though.
Yeah, you won't get to use the special as my king commands, but still.
So,
Alright, moving on.
Not bad, guys. Look at the Wakanda stuff. It's pretty real. Alright. So, last on the uncommon slot, we have...
For you.
Oh, for me, right. Karigi, the Hand, Martial Artist, and Mystical. This figure is... Wow. For 65 points, Hydra TA, this is interesting. So, on his last click, he has a stop click called Sacrifice for the Hand. Karigi can use combat reflexes. Once per game, give Karigi a free action and deal 1 penetrating damage to each adjacent friendly character with the Hand keyword. When you do, heal Karigi of 1 click of damage for each click of damage dealt. Each time 1 or more adjacent characters is KO'd by this effect, Karigi can use this effect an additional time. So basically, if you can... Okay, this takes a lot of work. But if you can get those hand ninjas on their last clicks around Karigi and keep basically kind of pulling 1 damage away from them, he can keep on healing and healing and healing for each one you've dealt. So he has a 6-click long dial, so he has to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks of damage to adjacent characters to heal back full. Now, that is possible to do, right, Mike?
I would think so. I was just wondering, is there a character out there with a hand keyword that has invincible? Because that reduces penetrating damage. Technically, you still dealt it. They just didn't take it.
Yeah, it does. It says, well, it has to be damage dealt for each click of damage. So it says you have to turn the dial.
So you have to turn the dial.
Yeah.
Shucks! I was hoping to totally just... Oh, I have a bunch of invincible ninjas. I'm immortal.
But that is very interesting. His dial is full of powers too. So he has 6 clicks for 65 points, 5 range, has stealth, super strength, 17 defense with toughness, and then 3 damage leadership.
Wow.
That just seems very interesting. That means he's grabbing a rock, hiding, grabbing, running to you, and stopping. Hit me. And I'll punch you later. Click 3, he does get charged with Blades, Claws, Fangs, 11 attack, 16 with reflexes, and 2 damage exploit weakness. I love Blades exploit. It's so good. And then he has sidestep and then stealth with that stop click. So I mean, you have to hit him for at least 5 clicks of damage, and then again to kill him for 65 points. And everyone loves the Hydra TA. His real name is unknown. Not too shabby. Play him on a hand team for sure.
Alright, last in our uncommons, number 34, Electra, Marvel Knights, the hand, assassin, martial artist, ignores hindering and elevated, just like her shifting focus partner, real name, Electra Nachios. Shifting focus, we've covered that. Marvel Knights, we've covered that too. Her special movement power for her first 3 clicks, give Electra a close combat action to make any number of close attacks, each targeting an adjacent opposing character that wasn't already targeted during this action. Wow, you have a Quake Blades, well, similar to Quake Blades, a flurry that you just get to keep going as long as you've got a fresh target. So you got printed 1 roll dial. Roll that, Blades. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
11 attack top dial, drops to 10s and then 9s. Super senses her whole dial, 17s to 16s. Finishes off with a flurry with Blades. So much red. Paint the town red with her Dance of Death.
Her suit is red. Just red.
Just red. It's all red. You sneak up with her other version with that sidestep stealth. Then you sidestep in the middle of a group of people and you switch over and you say, "It's Blades time."
I can be a blender.
And you just hit frappe.
You just hit the frappe button.
Alright guys, well hope you found this useful information for your uncommons to decide if this is something you're going to seek out or just toss to the wayside to target for your sealed boxes for the powers that they hold. And please like, comment, subscribe, and let us know how you're doing. And remember, until next time,
Strike first.
and strike hard.